Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson. Centerville-Washington History has an exciting program for kids that gives them a chance to step back in time. Here to tell us more is Cheryl Meyer and Vickie Bondi, both with the Historical Society. Ladies, glad to have you here. Cheryl, you are the education coordinator.
I am.
And this is really kind of your baby, right, these camps?
Yes, it is, and we enjoy it. It is so much fun.
And it really gives kids an opportunity, as I said, to step back in time, but really get hands-on experience. And we're talking about activities from the 1800s.
That is correct.
Where we were just like in third grade.
That is
Right, that is correct.
that is correct.
Speak for yourself, Maureen.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, so let's start at the beginning here with what programs are offered, and these are all happen pretty much in the month of June, right?
Month of June and into mid-July.
And it's a one-day camp.
All our camps are one-day camps. We have one that is a two-day camp.
Okay, well, let us know about it, because I know you brought a lot of fun show and tell items here to decorate the set, and this really is a cool activity.
Well, you know, our summer youth programs are unique in that they really let children know what it was like back in the 1800s and early 1900s. I mean, they're hands-on. We make things, we do things. It's a fun workshop.
This is not going to be something where your kid is going to sit behind a desk.
Absolutely,
or not really,
absolutely not.
No.
No.
As we said, hands-on, and you're, weather permitting, I guess, you'll be outside as well.
Yes. Most of it is outside. There's some of it inside. There's one we'll take a tour, and I'll explain all of them. But there's one we'll walk around, you know, Centerville and look at some of the historic buildings. And our summer youth workshops are for elementary students, grades 2nd through 5th grade.
Okay.
And so
going into 2nd grade, or should you be coming out of 2nd grade?
going into 2nd grade and not coming out of 5th grade.
Okay.
So yeah, our activities are more geared toward those ages. But so we've got 5 wonderful workshops. The first one we have is called a summer day of work and play, and the children get to churn butter, and they play games, and they make these lanterns we have here.
Oh, thank you, Vickie. You do that so nicely.
Yeah, right there.
You.
And it's a day for the children in a fun way to know what it's like to live back in that time
They're learning
period.
history, but they probably don't even realize
But they
it,
don't even realize it.
They're having a good time.
Yeah.
We'll be showing some pictures throughout. So here they're making these lanterns.
That's exactly right. They're pounding. They take tools and they pound just like they would back in the 1800s, and makes design on there for the light to shine out.
Now, is there a limit to the number of kids who can be registered?
We usually cap it at 12 per workshop,
so
per day.
So you need to get registered.
You do.
ASAP, seriously.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay, so this is a summer day of work.
Correct. And we have a new one this year, Prairie Pastimes. It is acquainting the children with making crafts from the past. Rag dolls, which right there.
Cute little rag dolls.
So like Little House on the Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie.
We all remember those books.
That's one of the nice things about our summer camps is they get to make things and take them home with them. So they're not just there for 3 hours doing things and then they leave. They have something, a remembrance that goes home with them after they've done that. So
exactly.
Okay, so
and they do stenciling in that particular workshop. They'll do some stenciling and some other crafts. We have one called Old Time Woodworking, which is they build wood projects with tools from the 1800s, much like this birdhouse, and they'll actually be able to take that home too.
Wow!
And we have some of our historians who are very savvy on how to build with wood.
I was going to say we know those 2 fine gentlemen there.
There they are. There they are.
Ed, Ross, Adams, Engel.
So they're actually, the classes are supervised by adults who are making sure that they know how to use these tools.
In small group type environments, and they even have additional help. But these 2 are very knowledgeable and on dealing with children and you know, sharing how to make these projects.
And giving you a little history lesson to boot.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. That's one of them, probably one of our most popular ones.
It is.
I would imagine.
And the kids thoroughly enjoy this because, you know, a lot of the kids, they've never even held a hammer before, let alone hit a nail.
You're right. You're right.
Exactly.
So this could be a new experience, but you don't have to have any prior experience with tools.
Absolutely not.
Not
any.
Okay.
And then we also have Wright on. This is our one workshop that's 2 days.
Okay.
And the children will learn how to journal like a Civil War soldier. And right, and that
They write little books?
Exactly.
Okay.
They're going to work on reporting, on learning about poetry and storytelling. And this is the workshop where our historian will actually take them kind of on a field trip, a walk around town, and they take notes on some of the historic structures. And then we come back and compile that information, into a story, whatever the children want to do.
And this is called Write On that you're talking about.
This is called Write On.
And I know on your website you have more detailed information
We
about
do.
each
We
workshop,
do.
so you can always go there.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
That's Centerville-Washingtonhistory.org.
.org,
right?
and go to the link 2018 Student Youth Workshops.
Okay.
And that you'll find the registration
Lots of
materials.
information
Yeah.
about it.
And our last one is School Days Old Time Ways. And this is kind of fun because this is also, these are all, they
They're
fill
all
up,
fun.
they're all
Yeah,
popular,
yeah.
they're a lot of fun. But the children get to experience a one-room schoolhouse around 1840, and they will work with slates and
Good show and tell.
quills. Yep, they'll learn how to write. And
That's probably a lot of fun writing with
it is, and believe it or not, it is a challenge. We're used to writing with pens and pencils, and of course on a computer, on a
Right.
keyboard. But it's a little bit of.
Oh, so you use that and write
we
on?
no, we
Oh,
use
I was
this
gonna say, don't use
on
chalk?
paper.
Okay.
They'll use that with
A lead
a
pencil.
lead pencil.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize that. I'm going to
So
show this, and they can
pencil
show this
and chalk.
board.
And then this is quill and ink.
Okay, and so do we call this a slate?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. That's a proper verbiage.
So that's really cool too. So all of these classes you said are offered June and July.
June and mid-July, they go from 9 to noon. We also, they're all at the Asheville Wright House. That's our museum.
Yeah.
That's where we hold all our workshops.
And for folks who don't know, it's
at the corner of Franklin and Main Street, right by Graders and City
you're right, that
Barbecue.
those cute little buildings right there.
Right, exactly. And there's registration materials if you want to stop by there too, as well as on site, CentervilleWashingtonHistory.org.
And Cheryl, they're really reasonably priced because they run about $45.
That is true. We do. There is a fee for the workshops, but the fee includes all the materials, as
Yes.
Vickie was saying.
Your take-home project.
You take it home and a light snack. We'll have a snack during it. Reservations are required just because we do have a limit, but all the registration materials are online, or you can come into any of our museums, the Walton House, the Asheville Wright House, or the Aaron Nutt Cottage, and we all have registration forms there. And that will explain everything is on that registration form.
And can kids, I would imagine kids probably are repeats.
Oh,
they either
yes.
do summers repeating, or maybe they go to several camps because they're all on different
Yes.
days, so you can actually make.
They do repeat, they do several camps, and then as the siblings age, they come right along behind them, and they also, and because we have the little ones wanting to do it when they're not old enough to do it.
That's
So
right.
yes.
Well, I would imagine the word of mouth on these
Yes.
programs is probably very, very positive.
It is.
So that
It
sounds like a
is.
lot of fun.
And it is a treat to see these repeat students because you get to know them
Yeah.
and you create this rapport with them, and then they come back and it's like, oh, this is wonderful.
Yeah,
to
I
see
made the
them.
lantern last year. This year I want
Yeah.
to make the
Yes.
birdhouse
That's
or
right.
create the doll.
And some of them reach the age where they age out, and then they want to be volunteers and come back and help you with the classes. So, yeah.
And we
they
did
really
talk briefly
enjoy it.
about your volunteers, but you have a small but powerful staff, but you're
Yes,
also
we
very
do.
volunteer driven.
Yes, we are. We couldn't survive without our volunteers. And we encourage anyone to stop by and see us or go to our website and look at all of the things that we have to offer. And like I said, we love volunteers. And people do think because we have a small staff that you don't need volunteers, but that nothing could be.
We all need volunteers.
We need them.
We all need our volunteers desperately. Any nonprofit organization, or even an organization such as the city,
Yeah.
we need our volunteers desperately. So don't forget about us, please.
Well, and as you said, there is so much going on, and some of your instructors are volunteers.
They're all
people who help with exhibits. And
Yes.
that would lead me into, I think, probably one of your best exhibits, I'd have to say.
Now, why is
I
that?
don't know. Your current exhibit, and I have to say, if you have an opportunity, I know you're open through the end of December, but I think everybody needs to go now. And stop by the Asheville Wright House because the whole exhibit celebrates Centerville's 50th anniversary. So it really talk about walking you back in time from 1968. You really get a feel for what Centerville was like, this little village that all of a sudden became a city. And I think, and I've told you this before, but the love and care and all the touches that make it so unique to Centerville. I think people who, whether you've been here for a week or whether you've been here for 85 years, people are going to go through and really enjoy that.
It's a true touch of Americana.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so if somebody wants to go through that, you're open Tuesday through Friday, right?
Tuesday through Friday from 12 to 4. And of course, if you have a small group or a family group and you want to bring them through and you can't do that during those hours, please call us and let us know. We'll get you in there. And it's at the Asheville Wright Museum at 26 North Main Street, next to City Barbecue and Graters. That's our landmark right there. If you can find them, you can find us.
That's
and,
right.
We're extremely proud of this exhibit.
Yeah.
Like Maureen said, it takes us through the past 50 years of Centerville becoming a city, and it's just an interesting, fun exhibit.
And it's not just city stuff, which is interesting enough, but it really kind of takes you back to that era, and you have the music and the fashions, and where do you get all that stuff? I mean, I know the city gave city memorabilia, but
Right.
but you really rely on folks in the community.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Anytime we're putting an exhibit together, we did one back in 2000 with the 10 decades, and so we call on our members, we call on the community. You helped us put the word out that we were looking for certain things.
Things like telephones, remember
Yeah,
those things? You picked-
rotary dial
When you
telephones, and we have a nice neon. Well, what color blue is that? Turquoise blue.
Turquoise
I
blue.
think we have one in the exhibit
It's
right
just- yeah.
now, and rabbit ear TVs and things like that. So things we don't have in our collection, we require. We look to our community to help us find those things, and we have 33 albums, 45.
Oh, the 45s.
Yes, we have some of those floating around the area, and yes, we look to the community to help us do that.
So you see the fashions, what was trending, and also learn about how city grew from the village. Because
Yes.
we've been around, as people know, since 1796 when we were founded
Yes.
with Washington Township, but in 1968 became incorporated as a city. And so it's kind of cool for us, and we appreciate that the society jumped on board and put this
Yes.
great thing together. And again, if you've got a group or if you have people who want to see it, it's at the Asheville Wright House. We definitely want you to stop by Tuesdays through Friday from 12 to 4. So again, if you've got a youngster, second, third, fourth grade, interested in the camps,
We'd love to have them.
website, the best place to go.
Website, or you can stop in the Asheville Wright Museum. I'll be there, and I
Take
can
your
help.
kids out for ice cream. and then
Absolutely,
stop in.
Bring 'em
that's
over.
right. We'll give them a tour and sign them up.
Well, and your museum right now, it's the one-room schoolhouse. I mean,
Yes,
that's the
it
way
is.
it's always
Yes,
set
it
up.
is.
So kids come in there and they think, what is this place?
Exactly.
We'll take them back to school. I always tell them, you're going to come, and we're going to go to school.
Yeah, you've got the desks.
That's right.
The chalkboards, the whole way. So
Yep.
even going in, if you can't go to the camp, I guess you can come by and,
Oh,
and see
absolutely.
the
yes,
museum.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
learn a little bit
The
about
camp
that.
is during our hours when we're closed, but again, like Vickie said, we'll always welcome
Come
anybody
by,
anytime.
and we're
but,
more than
yeah.
happy to bring you in that one-room school and teach you what it was like to go back to school then.
And I also want to mention you have a couple of other sites in addition to Asheville Wright House. You have the Walton House Museum at 89 West Franklin.
Yes.
And then the Aaron Nutt Cottage.
Yes.
Which is really for genealogy.
At 78 North Main.
For research and
Same hours as well.
Same
if
hours,
somebody
12
wanted
to 4, Tuesday through Friday.
And what's the exhibit at Walton House right now?
We have a World War I exhibit that will be up through the end of the year, and I think you would find it very interesting because this is the 100th anniversary of World War I.
And your gardens there.
And the gardens are getting
Are-
planted as we speak.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So great photo op if you want.
Absolutely.
It's such a
Very
pretty
much
area as
so.
well. Well, ladies, thank you so much for the information. Again, you want to go to Centerville-Washington History.org for more information about the camps. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching.
thank you.